In this video, I want to show you how to set up step by step your Sony TV for the very first time. So I have simply unboxed this TV, I turned it on, and this is the first screen you're gonna see. Take your remote control, you're gonna be able to select with the up and down buttons over here, and to select anything on the screen, you're gonna always press this middle one. Let's select our region or country, so I'll go down and select Americas. Then select your country, press OK. Next we have two different choices, set up as a Google TV or set up basic TV. If you select set up as basic TV, you will not have access to any apps, which means that your smart TV will not be a smart TV anymore. So I guess 99% of the people will select set up as Google TV, and this is the option I will choose. Now it's time to sign up into your Google account. If you have a Gmail address, well, this is your Google account. And you have multiple choices. The first one is to take your smartphone and to scan the QR code over here with the camera app. Or you can also choose to sign up in your Google account. If you go down, so go with the down arrow over here and select set up on TV instead. And this is the choice I will take. Choose your Wi-Fi network from the list. This is mine. And now type the Wi-Fi password of your Wi-Fi network. Then select the check mark over here to go to the next step. Now we need to sign in into our Google account. So type the email associated with that account or the phone number. Next, press on this button on the lower right side. It will be time to type the password of your Google account. Press the continue button. Select accept. Here you don't have to keep the help to improve Google TV checked. You don't have to share your personal information. So I'll deselect it and press accept. Press continue. Select allow. Now you can choose a few apps that you would like to have on your TV. You're not obligated to do this now because you'll be able to download them after the setup is finished. So choose the ones that you, I guess, use the most. I'll say Disney Plus, Prime Video, all right? But you're not obligated to do it at this step. Press confirm. Press the start button. Scroll down with the down arrow. And then select agree. Next. Now to activate the mic button, so you get voice recognition, so you can say to open YouTube or to search for a specific show, you have, as it's instructed over here, to press and hold the volume down button. Where is it? Here. Okay, volume down on the remote, and then press the mic button for 3 seconds while holding the volume down. So let me demonstrate what they mean by this. So I'll press the volume down and at the same time pressing the mic button during 3 seconds. Then you can release once you see activation complete. Press OK. Now at this step, they suggest that you insert the TV antenna on the back in case you want to use a TV antenna. Not many people are doing this these days, but if you have a TV antenna, plug it in the back, and by pressing yes, it will scan for all the free local channels that are around you. I will make a special video, separate video about this. I don't think many people are bothering with the TV antenna anymore. So this is now, I'll press the no over here. And I'll do this afterwards. Now you're not obligated to register your TV. It's up to you. Honestly, I don't find any utility if you ask me personally, but you know, some people may want to do this. It will be registered to your Google account. They'll be linked together. I'll go ahead and press skip. And then I will select no, thanks. I will register later. Press next. Press done. And now you need to wait. The TV will update itself. If there's an update remaining, it will download the apps that you have told the TV to download at the previous step and do other stuff to set it up. So what I suggest now is to come back in 10 to 15 minutes. This will be completed by then. So let's come back when it is done. Alright, so around 10 minutes has passed and finally we are done over here. We can press on allow. So right now we are on the main screen of your Sony Google TV. Let me show you how to use it, at least the basic features. I want to show you how to download apps and how to delete them on your Sony Google TV. So let's get started. So first of all, let's start on the home menu. So I'll press the home button over here. And every time you want to check your apps, to launch one in particular, where there's two different methods. So first method is to press the down arrow over here and you'll have access to them. By pressing the right arrow, you'll shuffle through all of them. You also have a special apps button on your Sony remote control located right over here. If you tap that button, you'll see the same thing, all your apps, but displayed in a different way that I think it's more usable. It's easy to see them all at once. Now, every time you want to download an app, I'll press the home button to start there. All right, what you have to do is to go over here where you see apps on the top menu, then go down with the down arrow until you get to the search for apps and games bar. You can go ahead, click enter, and you'll be able to type the specific app you want to search. You can also use the voice button, the mic over here, if you prefer to say it verbally. If you want to say it with your voice. So let's say I'm looking for, I don't know, streaming app. Well,
results for streaming app.
It will search streaming apps and yeah, it will show you all of them. Now, if I go back, this is a way to search for the apps, but if you simply want to browse to see what's available to you, you have, well, go down, you have all these categories over here. So entertainment, music, I mean, you can go through all of them, select one, and it will show you which apps are available for each categories. So this is a way to browse for them. Every time you want to download an app, let's say I want this one. It's pretty random, but I want to download this. I'll select it, press enter, wait a few seconds, and then you'll have the install button. Select install. Obviously, your TV needs to be connected to your Google account to be able to download anything. If you're not connecting, it will ask you to connect. In my case, I was already paired with my Google account. So now wait a bit, you see installing. And you're not obligated to stay on this installing screen. If you want, you could have simply pressed the home button and do something else at the same time. It will install it in the background. But since we're filming this video, I'll simply wait a few more seconds. So it's completely installed. And at the end, you're gonna get this open button. Now, if you were not on this screen, let's say I'm on the home screen, the app got installed and you wanna know where it went, well, it went at the end with all the other apps. So the same way I showed you how to get to your apps, go down through that list where it says your apps and go to the end. It will be right over there. Or let me just press apps button on the remote control. And if we take a look, it's at the end. Now, if you want to bring your newly downloaded app on the top, so it's one of the first because you're going to use it often, you're going to highlight it the way it is right now. You see it's pulsating in white. It means that it's highlighted. And now take your remote control, press the middle button. Okay, don't give a simple tap, it will open the app. Simply press and then select move, the first option. And now you'll be able to move it all the way to the top, maybe even to put it on the first position. Once you're done, it says over here, press back to finish. So I'll press the back button to exit this menu. And now to launch any apps, well, simply click on it. If you want to delete, okay, let me just launch it. Let's say you open it, you don't like what you see and you want to delete it. Well, go back. Yes. Press the enter button the same way we did previously. Once the app you want to delete is highlighted, and then go down, select view details, press enter. And now you can select uninstall, press enter, OK, wait a few seconds, and the app will be deleted from your Sony TV. I want to talk about all the ports that are on the back of your Sony Smart TV. I'll explain each of them and how you can use them. So let's get started right away. This is a 24-inch TV, but maybe yours will be slightly different. Obviously, the ports may be located at a different place, but they will all be the same. So let's start over here on the top side of the panel. Most TVs these days will have two USB ports. On this Sony, they are one beside another. These USB ports can be used for two different reasons. The first one is if you have one of these USB flash drive, you can load movies, music, or even photos. Simply plug it in one of these ports, and it does not matter which one you use. All right, you can plug it over here or on the other one. They all have the same purpose, and yeah, your TV will be able to read them. I have made a separate video on which formats are actually compatible with your Sony TV, so check my other videos to see how it works. Another purpose of this USB port over here is to power certain devices. So if you have a Roku stick or maybe a Fire TV stick, these devices needs power, USB power. So you can connect the USB cable of your, again, Roku stick, Fire stick, or no matter what device you're using, in one of these USB ports to charge the device that you're using or to provide power. You can also simply charge your phone using these USB ports as well. We have two HDMI ports. Actually, this TV has a third HDMI port in the back right over here. Maybe yours are all on the side, again depending which Sony model you have. So each HDMI ports have a number. Over here on this panel, maybe it's hard to see for you, but it says 1, 2, and over here it says 3. Now I guess most people already know what an HDMI connector like this one is used for. You can use it to connect your PS5, a cable box, or any other HDMI cable devices. Now, the important thing to know is that one of those HDMI ports, and it's only one of them, will be ARC. This HDMI cable you see on the back of my Sony TV is the one that is ARC. It says HDMI 3 ARC. It means that if you're gonna have a soundbar or a home theater system connected in the ARC HDMI, you'll be able to control your, again, soundbar, home theater receiver using your Sony remote control if it's plugged over here. Next on the list, we have a 3.5mm audio jack. This is for headphones. So if you don't want to disturb the whole house at night and you want to watch your show, connect any regular pair of headphones that are using a 3.5mm jack like this one, and yeah, the sound will come out will come out over here and not out of the speakers. Down below we have the antenna connector. You can also connect a cable over here, but most people will simply connect an antenna, okay, bring them both together and then screw the end clockwise to connect both of them. This way you'll get free local channels. As I said, this TV also has some ports over here separate from the other ones. So if we start here, we have an LAN connector. If you don't want to use the Wi-Fi with your Sony TV, maybe because it's not very reliable in your case, you can connect the TV directly in the back of your Wi-Fi router using a simple Ethernet cable that will go right over here and the other end in the back of your router. Next, we already talked about it. We have an HDMI cable that is ARC. And over here we have an RCA connector. This is for older devices. If you have a VCR or maybe an older gaming console like a Nintendo 64, a GameCube, a PS1, PS2, this is where you're gonna connect these devices, right over here. It's very nice to have this option. If you have an older camcorder also, as well, these are connecting using an RCA connector like this. And finally, we have digital out optical. If you're going to connect a soundbar or a home theater using an optical cable, most people will use the HDMI, but if you prefer optical, well, this is where it goes. Make sure that when you're using these optical cables that you remove the protector. Usually it's a small rubber cap, okay, above. It's so small, most people forget to remove them, okay. Make sure there's nothing over here. Align it with the port on the back of your Sony TV, and this is about it. And finally, we have the power port. This is where you're going to connect the power cable that came included with your Sony TV. I want to show you how to switch between the different inputs of your Sony TV. So there's different ways on how this is done. I'll show you all of them. The first and easiest one, the one I just did in front of you, is to take the remote and press the input button right over there. You're gonna get a menu with all the different HDMI, RCA's input, antenna inputs, everything that your TV is capable of down below. Now, some people may panic because they have HDMI ports in the back, but they do not see HDMI 1, 2, 3, whatever. If you don't see your HDMI devices or any devices that you wish to use down below, it simply means that the device is not turned on and it's not sending any image to your Sony TV. So right now I have two devices connected in HDMI 1 and 2, but take a look what happens if I disconnect them. You see, it disappeared. So if your device is disconnected or it's not turned on, you will not see it down below. This is something to keep in mind. Your TV is not broken. This is just how it works. Now, another way on how to change between inputs, if you do not have a remote control, or maybe you have lost it, your Sony TV has a button, a power button on the back, or sometimes it's located under over here. You need to find it. This is a 32-inch TV, and the power button, if I remember right, oh yeah, it's on that side. So if you press once on that button, just click it once, don't keep it pressed. You should have a menu appearing. All right, power, volume down, volume up, channel down, channel up, and input. Tap multiple times on that button, small taps, until input is highlighted in blue. Now keep it pressed on input, and you'll have the same menu, and you'll be able to switch between these by giving small taps. And if you want to select, let's say, HDMI 1, keep press on the power button and HDMI 1 will be selected. I want to show you how to connect your Bluetooth headphones or Bluetooth earbuds, could also be AirPods, to your Sony TV. So you'll be able to watch stuff and get the audio directly in them without disturbing anyone else. So the first thing we need to do is to take the remote control and gonna press the settings button right over here. It's a cogwheel. Open the settings, then go right side with the right side arrow. Press it a few times until you get to Bluetooth. Select it. We'll go to the Bluetooth settings, and then you can go down and select pair accessories. Select enter. And now it will search for your Bluetooth headphones. You need to put it in pairing mode. Depending on which model you have, it will be slightly different. In mine, I just have to keep press the power on and off button during at least 7 seconds until it enters pairing mode. As you see, it has found my headphones right over here. If you have AirPods, make sure that both AirPods are in the case. Close the case, open the case and then press the pairing button. Usually it's on the front, usually it's on the back, it's a circle button, or sometimes it's inside the case. Anyway, I'll go on the right side, select it by pressing the button. It will say pairing, wait a few seconds. And usually in under a minute, it should be paired and ready to go. Now select pair just to confirm. And you get the message, Bluetooth, blah, 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 Tautronics. This is my headphones, audio device connected. Perfect. Now you have them in this list over there. Now you can go ahead, launch any apps and start listening. If it's not working, one of the reasons is maybe because, well, let's go back in the settings menu. So press the settings button over here. So if it's not working, go and select speakers. Instead of TV speakers, make sure that your Bluetooth headphones are the ones selected. It's a bit hard because you get this message, but once you select your Bluetooth headphones in that menu over there, it will connect and it will work. In the future, if you want to disconnect your headphones, you simply have to go back here, select disconnect, and yeah, you'll be able to use your TV speakers or your sound system speakers instead. Or you can go and select unpair, and this will completely delete it from your TV. This is great if you don't plan to use them ever again together. I'll show you how to use a USB drive with your Sony TV. This way you'll be able to view all the videos you have on it, your photos, and even music. So the first thing is to go on the back of your Sony TV so we can connect it. So over here we are on the side of the TV, and this is where we're going to find the USB ports. In my case, on this model, there's two of them, one beside of another. It does not matter where you connect your USB drive, you can choose randomly. So I'll go ahead and connect it in this one. Once you connect your drive, you may get a message on the top right corner. Now I have missed it because I had to turn around the TV. Let me show you what to do in case you don't see that message. Take your remote control, press the home button once. So we are all on this page, and you may have this popping out on the right side. If not, press the right side arrow over here on the remote until you select the settings cogwheel. Now go down and select input, and you should see USB drive down below because you have connected a USB drive. Go ahead, select it. Select allow, and now you have to choose between album, which is actually just photos. I don't know why they call it album, music, or if you want to see videos that are on your USB drive. One thing that I forgot to mention is that this Sony TV is not compatible with all the formats in the world. I'll put on the screen right now with what it is compatible. So you need to make sure that your USB drive is formatted in the right format, but also that the files that are on it are the right format. Because again, you may be surprised that your TV is not able to read them. In my case, I'll go ahead and open a picture just to show you how it works. I could have select music or videos. So I'll select album, then select your USB drive. This is how it's called, mine. So I'll select it, and you'll have all the folders that are on it. Go ahead, find the pictures. Okay, so I'll open my folder with my pictures. Wait a second, try to remember where they are. Obviously, they are in my secret folder. And over here, I will have access to them. As you see, not all of them are readable. Some of them are not the right format. But those that are actually the right format, well, you'll be able to see them. Press the middle button to launch any pictures, and you'll be able to see it. You can even have a small slideshow if you press the play button. Once you are done, you simply have to disconnect that USB drive in the back, and this is about it. You can actually just keep it plugged in as well. It does not matter. You don't have to eject it with a special method. Overall, this is it. I hope my video was helpful. If so, please take a moment and comment down below. Tell me it was useful or not useful. I want to know. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.